Hey, my name is Max, and I'm gonna give you a little plant tour of all the plants that I've accumulated since January, roughly, beginning of January. Yeah. Um, I'll do it room by room just so you understand what's done well for me in various lighting conditions and seasons. Um, yeah, I watch a lot of these online, plant hauls, plant tours, stuff about plants in general. I don't know. It's kind of a new-ish thing that I've gotten onto. So I thought might as well help people out, see what I got, see what I've learned along the way, other than, killing some plants here and there. May they rest in peace. So yeah, let's start with my bedroom plants that I have. It's a low light sort of sitch, so these are kind of what have stuck so far. Knock on wood. Um, so yeah, let's go to the first one I got back in January. I have this asparagus fern. I really loved this guy because he looked real dainty, leafy. He kind of reminded me like of a little evergreen tree, if you could see it. He's put off a lot of new growth actually. This and this top part. These are the two new bits that came out. Part of him died. I did repot him this summer because he did seem to get a little cramped. And he's actually done a lot better now that I put him in this recycled green container. Yeah, he's done well. I really love this guy. He's like real low key, easy to water, nothing too crazy. Um, Next, I got this bird's nest snake plant. Started off with this guy, and this was a little shoot. I want to say maybe a quarter of the size that he is now. And he's got a new little friend that's coming up in the corner. This guy is surprisingly doing wonderfully in low light. I mean, I hear that snake plants usually do pretty well in any kind of condition. You don't really have to water them much. I usually water mine like once a week, and I don't really douse him. I just kind of get him a little damp and then let him do his thing. And he tends to like it a lot. I guess he really likes me, and I really like him. Especially the container, it kind of looks like a little crown, so I thought he was pretty cool. My next was this cool cactus dude. I actually got this guy at Home Depot, I want to say, for like $4 for my birthday. He hasn't really grown much, but I still think he's pretty cool. I like him in this like little beer container too, because I don't know. I thought he was kind of funny, like little birthday humor to myself. But yeah, I really like this guy. I see that they get pretty tall. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 feet. I've seen in other videos and whatnot. So I'm excited for this guy to grow whenever that is. Maybe my room's a little too dark. I don't know. Cacti, I feel, are just kind of indestructible as long as you don't overwater them, which I haven't yet. We'll see, but I haven't. But yeah, I like this guy. I thought it was a good bargain too. I haven't really seen $4 cacti or any cacti like him at Lowe's, Home Depot, my local nursery since, so. I also have this little dude. Not my favorite, to be honest, but he's really held on. I've neglected the shit out of him. He's just kind of bopped around. This is like the third time I've replanted him, and he's still same size, nothing too crazy. Um, yeah, I'm not like a big fan of cacti either because they just, if a plant can hurt me, I'm not really its biggest fan. But I thought he was pretty cool. He kind of looked like a little pickle to me, so I thought he was neat. Classic cacti looking fella. So yeah, we'll see how he does. He's been holding on pretty well. I got this from a friend. It's a double cactus. I don't know how long he's had it, but it's survived pretty low level conditions thus far, so I'm not really expecting anything too crazy out of this guy. I did have a snake plant in my room before. And the crazy thing about it was that I overwatered it. It didn't have like a hole. This one doesn't have a hole, but now I know not to overwater the snake plant. But I took these two little cuttings off of a friend's plant and I just kind of put them in dirt and started watering them like I would any other plant. Maybe a little more so, kind of like I do with propagations and whatnot. But yeah, he's like starting to perk up. I can't really tug him out anymore. He's got sufficient root growth. They're kind of just lifting on their own. So I'm excited for this guy to fill out the pot, start having babes. We'll see. I like him. And I also got this week a silver satin pothos. I got this guy at Lowe's, I want to say, for like $3. I think he's really pretty. I didn't really like pothos at first. I thought they were kind of like basic looking, and I was more into like the succulent cacti. But with low level conditions, you kind of gotta make do with what you got. And this guy, I think he's pretty cute. I'm kind of concerned for the fact that I might not be giving him enough light. We'll see. I mean, he came with like two little black dots. I don't know if you can see black dots on him. And this little fella's starting to curl up. So I don't know what that means. I watered him once so far. I'm gonna let him sit for a bit. I mean, he's got little pups coming out. And he seems to be doing pretty good with like little roots coming off, little tendrils. But I don't know. I'll kind of like leave him in a spot, see how he does, pay some attention to him, not like overwater him or anything. But yeah, I hear pothos are pretty easy to control and maintain. I also have, I love this guy. He is rather large, and I did get him at like Giant, which is my local grocery store, for $10. Nothing too crazy. But I do have him in a separate pot within the pot, just because I didn't really want to repot him. I think that the less you touch a plant's roots when you initially get them until they're like acclimated to your environment and lighting and heat and whatnot, I think is the better. That's where they kind of survive and thrive. And I do have this guy hanging, and I try at least every week or two to switch the direction so that he gets a little more flushed out. I mean, he seems to be doing well. He's got like little new babes coming out, so I hope I get more variation and variegation on the new plants that come out. So far, I mean, the green part's doing pretty well, but I'm really hoping that this like whiter side that's just kind of vertical starts to produce a little more vinage. But I don't know. I've had him for a month. Nothing too crazy. I like him though. I really love the color and the variegation on that one. And this last dude that I got literally the other day, I still haven't potted him, but he really needs it because clearly he's outgrown his pot. I'm looking for something. I don't know. But this, I believe, is like a Chinese dragon tree. It's some sort of version of a dragon tree that I haven't really seen yet, which was pretty neat to me. It kind of spoke to me in that sense. It said it does well in low light. We'll see if that holds true. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what this guy does, because I want something a little longer in my room now, some more dimension, other than, you know, some cacti and some trailing plants that I hope start to trail a little more. But yeah, I think I like the colors too. It kind of looks like the snake plant I killed, so maybe it's a little harken back to what I've done. But yeah, I like this guy. We'll see what he does.